I now have a very, very great privilege. I think this might be the first time I had this opportunity in my life to introduce an extraordinary leader, a woman of righteous courage, House Democratic Leader Nancy Pelosi.
Good afternoon, everyone, and a good afternoon it is. Here we stand in this historic Capitol building. On the wall looking down from us is President Lyndon Johnson, who signed and fought for the Civil Rights Bill, as well as the Civil Rights Act, as well as Voting Rights Act, Medicare, Medicaid, many anniversaries this year. Out the window, we see the Supreme Court in full view from where we stand. And as Senator Booker said, engraved on its walls is the vision of America. In this room, we stand with an icon of ending discrimination and promoting liberty and justice for all, John Lewis. Also in this room, we have the voice of the future, this little child, this beautiful little child with their moms, with their moms. And we are here to put forth historic legislation because of the leadership in the House of David Cicilline, aided by Jared Polis. I got over 150 co-sponsors in a matter of hours. It was quite remarkable, and we thank them for their leadership, and we thank Senator Merkley for his leadership in the United States Senate. Thank you, Senator Merkley, for your leadership. But all of the inside maneuvering that is done would not be successful or possible without the outside mobilization. And for that, I want to thank Chad Griffin, Winnie Stackelberg, Mara Kiesling for their leadership. Thank you for helping to make this day possible. And pretty soon, we're going to be hearing from the real stars of the day when we hear from our guests, Krista and Jamie Contreras, Carter Brown, and Luke Peterson. They're what we're here about. But I want to associate myself, in the interest of time, associate myself with the remarks of all who have gone before me. That's pretty presumptuous because they were pretty great. Senator Booker right before me, Senator and John Lewis before him, and Tammy, and our two lead sponsors. But I want to add this because we're talking about history and where we stand in our perspective and how we got here. It hasn't been that long ago when we passed in the Congress the hate crimes legislation, fully inclusive hate crimes legislation. That was step one, and it was a big step. And then we had the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, with the help of President Obama taking the lead, and we salute him for his courage and leadership there. And then the court, the marriage equality. We had 4 issues. Again, hate crimes, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, ENDA, and marriage equality. Well, the court and the public took care of the marriage equality issue, but more work needs to be done. And so it was time for ENDA. And we looked at ENDA and thought, most people thought there wasn't discrimination in the workplace against LGBT people. They didn't think so. Well, because we live in California, so. But then when we went to address that issue, David and Jared and others, and Jeff and Tammy and others, and friends outside said, wait a minute, there is no place for discrimination in America, not in employment, not in housing, not in transportation, not in healthcare, not in any subject that you can name, because we live in America. And as other speakers have said, Senator Booker most recently, with liberty and justice for all. We pledge allegiance to that every day. We pledge allegiance, liberty and justice for all. For all. And our founders, when we take that pledge and when we honor it, we honor the vows of our founders who pledged life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all Americans. So what we are doing here today is very patriotic, it's very American, and it's a proud day for all of us who have been engaged in this fight for a long time to see what people call now the rapid process. Like a star is born, the LGBT community, which has been fighting the fight for many, many years. So thank all of you, have borne the pain, who have fought the fight, and now hopefully savor the victory. And I just want to add one more thing. This legislation is very good. It has very strong protections for women in it. So for many reasons, this is a cause for celebration.